Welcome to Northwest Passes, everyone. I'm Ryan Collingwood of the Spokesman-Review. Today we have Eastern Washington brothers and Shadle Park graduates, Jacob and Tanner Groves. Jacob and Tanner are at the NCAA Tournament right now in Indianapolis. They're coming right there. There's a guy. One has a beard, one has a baby face. They're both pretty dangerous in the paint, though. So, all right, guys. I mean, you're in Indy now, and it's all kind of coming together. I'm sure it's been a hectic week. Talk about these last few days as far as just the craziness of it all.
Yeah, man, they've been pretty crazy. You know, we won the Big Sky Conference down in Boise on Saturday night, and then Sunday morning we hopped on a charter plane down to Indy, and ever since then we've been doing all the COVID protocols and quarantining in our rooms for a bit and doing a ton of tests every day. But now we're all cleared to go and we're good to roam around the hotel. But yeah, man, it's been a long few days. You know, not a lot of sleep, but getting used to the East Coast time. But it's been good so far. I've pretty much adjusted and feeling good now. And we've been practicing and yeah, just getting ready for Kansas. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and just obviously a great journey between you guys. You know, a couple guys who were under recruited in high school. You both end up at Eastern, and you guys developed pretty quickly. I mean, a year ago, you guys were, you know, kind of role players, and this year, I mean, you guys are both all-tournament team, and obviously, Tanner, you were MVP of the conference. So, talk about that. It's obviously very rare to have two brothers as Division I teammates, but to do it at a level where you're at the NCAA tournament. Talk about just kind of that journey and how special that's been for you two.
Yeah, it's been really awesome. You know, it's not likely that you know, you get to grow up playing against someone your whole life, like your brother, someone that you live with and hang out with every day, and then go to college with and play a Division I college sport with. So it's been pretty incredible. You know, just growing up playing against this guy every single day, and then you know, heading off to college for a couple years, and then him coming right to the same college and meeting up again and becoming roommates and just hooping together every single day, man. It's pretty incredible for us, and it's pretty incredible for our parents too.
What do you, Jacob? What do you think about all this?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, Tanner pretty much hit it on the head. I mean, it's just such a unique situation and such a blessing for, you know, us and our family. And it's just crazy to think that, you know, we grew up kind of playing against each other and practicing with each other and in doing that. And now we're just like, you know, showing what we've been working for all these years on full effect on the biggest stage in college basketball. So it's pretty unique for us and our families and just our program in general. I mean, we've had a lot of really good support from everybody, and we're just, you know, looking forward to the games ahead and in Kansas come Saturday.
But it's a little different for you guys. I mean, obviously a lot of Division I basketball players, they end up in spots that aren't home. There's only so many Division I schools, only so many Division I level basketball players. And, you know, while Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, it's a decent-sized population, it's not huge. So you guys are actually representing your family, you're representing your schools, your high school, Shadle Park, grandparents, aunts, uncles, nieces. What's that like to kind of be able to represent your home region at the same time?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I think, you know, we're pretty lucky that such a good school like Eastern Washington is so close to home. You know, it's only about a 35-minute drive. So yeah, it's really awesome, especially, you know, the culture has been changing a ton ever since, you know, that the Eastern Washington made the tournament in the 2000s early and in 2015. And, you know, ever since Coach Legs got the job, I mean, the culture has just completely been changing and for the better. And, you know, we've been a pretty high level program competing with, you know, a lot of bigger schools and, you know, making it to the Big Sky Championship the past, you know, couple of years ago, and then winning the conference last year and winning the tournament this year. And, you know, it's just pretty incredible that we get to play so close to home. It's really cool for our families and like you said, like aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, like all those people, you know, they're getting to watch the games a little bit at the end of this year too, coming into Eastern, you know, since the fans were allowed to come in, and even in Boise, you know, parents got to come So yeah, I mean, it's been honestly so cool. Just getting to represent Spokane in a unique way of, sports, like playing the game I love. It's really cool.
Which one of you guys dunked on your dad first?
On Dad.
Shoot, I don't even know, man. I don't know. I would say he was probably the one doing all the dunking on us, when we were little kids, and then yeah, just growing up, he does a lot of rebounding for us now. Not much.
Stepped out from under the rim.
Yeah, he stepped out from under the rim. We don't really go against each other anymore. He does a lot of rebounding for us, though.
All right, who won the last one-on-one game between you guys? Who won the last one-on-one game?
I'm pretty sure the last time we played one-on-one was during quarantine.
From the block or from the wing? That one kind of depends.
Yeah, no. During quarantine, him and I played a lot of one-on-one, but most of the time, we would set it to a certain score to where, we would each have to score a certain amount of points from each spot before we move on. So it wasn't really like we were like kind of going against each other like that, but it was always super competitive. Yeah. But we were always getting the best of each other, every other day, So, I mean, it's always pretty even, I'd say, for the most part. But we don't really we haven't played one-on-one really against each other like that in a while. But yeah, that's kind of what I'd say.
And you guys are only 2 years apart, so when you think of brothers, you think of okay, if they're at that level, obviously the sophomore brother started with the senior brother, but it didn't really work out the way because I know Jake was kind of banged up as a sophomore at Shadle and you were a senior at Shadle. So to be able to do it in college, there got to be some proud moments. Tanner, what was the most proudest moment you saw of Jake? And Jake, what was the most proudest thing you saw of Tanner? Just where you were kind of outside yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I would say for me, I mean, there were a couple games last year. I remember against Sac State at home last year. We were playing in a game. It was kind of coming down to the wire. And Jake, wasn't seeing a lot of minutes, but I just remember that he got subbed in that game near the end, and I think he took a charge and got like a couple quick buckets, and it just completely shifted the energy for our team in that game. And I remember that we ended up winning that one. And I just remember I was so proud of him. And then also this year, I'd say just like our first game against Washington State, it was like his first time starting just due to the COVID protocols and everything. We only had 6 guys playing in that game. And it was his first game starting in college against, a Pac-12 Division I team. And he came out and scored some points for us and defended really well. So that was really cool to see. And I was pretty proud of him there. And I knew that his potential was through the roof with that one.
How about you, Jake?
Yeah, I would say the moment that I was most proud of Tanner was probably just, after this season when we found out that he won MVP, and then even when he was tournament MVP too. I mean, I think it's just I think there isn't a more deserving person than him. It's just crazy to see all of his hard work pay off and all the time that we spent together and just with the rest of the team just trying to get better. I mean, I knew that he definitely had it in him. And so it's just awesome to see, all of his hard work and just everything he does outside of basketball that goes into like him trying to get better, all the film that he watches, like his nutrition, just everything that he does, he's just trying to get better. And so it's just awesome to see him do what he loves and just, be the MVP of the league, obviously. I mean, there isn't a more deserving person and better teammate. And, it's just been really, really fun to watch him be happy and just lead our team and, help us win a Big Sky championship this year.
Obviously, your family is very basketball centric. The Groves is in the Flugels, right? That's how you pronounce it, right? Flugel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you had to give me a starting 5 of a Groves Flugel All-Star team, who's on it? And we all let people know your mom still has Whitworth record, by the way.
That is true.
We're definitely throwing mom in.
Mom's definitely starting at PG, I'd say. Yeah. And then, I mean, right now you got it. Honestly, I'd say just you could probably throw in every single person. We got 5 members of our family. So I'd say I'd just probably put mom at the 1 and then little brother at the 2, maybe Jake at the 3, and then my dad at the 4 and me at the 5. That's probably That's probably the
That's a
ideal
good lineup.
starting five for the Groves, I'd say.
That's a pretty good answer to keep it in the
Yeah.
house. You didn't throw
Absolutely.
you didn't throw any cousins in there to bench your mom or your dad, so that was pretty smart.
Yeah.
So this year, you guys kind of have your meteoric rise during a COVID time. So it's a time that kind of really tests your patience, because a lot of guys, especially at smaller levels, they're like, you know what, I have to be in my apartment, I can't go out and do things I want to do. So the guys at like Division III schools are like, you know what, maybe I just won't play. But you guys obviously, had a goal in mind, and the thing about this year is you guys are sacrificing your social lives to play basketball. I mean, that's pretty much all you're doing is playing basketball and going back to your, you can't really do anything else, because if you touch a doorknob or whatever, you got a positive result, and it's crazy, and it screws the whole thing up. So talk about just kind of that process and what it kind of does to you mentally, and just maybe winning is the incentive, is kind of the incentive of staying around.
Yeah, I mean, I think that just the winning streak that our program's had in the past few years, just making it to the championship in the Big Sky tournament, just we have a kind of a record of being there, and we just our winning program in general is kind of drawing us back, just because we know how much potential our team has at the beginning of every year and know how good we can be. And then again, you look at Cheney, and it's not a town where you can go out and do stuff. And so literally we just hang out, play basketball, and go to school. And so there's not much else we can do there, especially in COVID times. And so we just, tried to get into the gym whenever we can. Our whole team did. And, we just, tried to work on our game and develop as players. And so it just kind of shows our winning tradition. And I think that, just going forward, we're going to continue to kind of be the team that everybody wants to beat, just because we've had such a good winning tradition the past few years. And so just, coming at it the next few years, I mean, I still think that we have championship teams the next 4 or 5 years. Everybody we have in our program, every class right now is just unbelievably talented. And so I think that we're going to definitely be at the front of the Big Sky, the top of the Big Sky for the next, years to come.
Obviously, Coach Shante Legans is a pretty chill guy. He's still a relatively young man, and he played in NCAA tournaments. I mean, we saw the list on the ESPN. They had the 68 coaches ranked, and he was number 12 out of. That's pretty good. I mean, at that level. So, what's it kind of like playing for Shante? It seems like a pretty fun guy to play for.
Yeah, Coach Legs is a great dude, man. I can't say enough good things about him. I was so happy that he was the one that recruited me to play at Eastern, and he was the one that was talking to me all throughout my recruiting process. And then, when I came in there as a freshman and he got the job, I was incredibly happy. And, our relationship has just grown so much the past 4 years that I've been here. And, but yeah, I mean, he's just a great dude. He's definitely a player's coach, as anyone would say. He just has a really good relationship with us, and he just treats us all with respect. And he doesn't treat us like he's just like way above us. It's kind of like we're all just like a big family, like as you would describe. And he's it's kind of like he's like an older brother, I would say, is a good way to put it. We always joke around. We always have good times with each other. He's always on the court, making jokes and having fun with us. And it's honestly just such a fun environment to be around out here at Eastern.
All right, we're looking ahead to Kansas. The scouting report, they got some bigs, and it looks like one's going to be out. One's still going to be there, and that's going to be a chore for you guys, because it's Kansas. I mean, every guy's a McDonald's All-American, basically, and you guys are a couple of Spokane guys who are happy to get Eastern and make the best out of it. So what are you seeing on film, and what do you kind of expect to be the environment like on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. It's not so often that, a couple of guys like us are just going to go out there and play in front of millions of fans watching on TV, and against a blue blood like Kansas. It's going to be really cool. Kansas is a pretty good program. They were ranked for a good portion of the year, and they're a 3 seed in the tournament. So I mean, they're an incredible program. They're really good, and it's going to be a lot of fun to play against them. They got a lot of good guards that really like to drive it into the hoop, into the basket, and then they obviously got their big guy, he's definitely a post load. So he's a really good center. So it'll definitely be a chore for us, but I'm really excited, and I feel like we have a little less pressure on us to go out there and perform, being the lower seed, and that kind of can make people dangerous, when they have nothing to lose like that. A team like us, we don't have anything to lose, being the lower seed, and we don't have these expectations, placed over us to go out there and try to win. So I mean, for us, we're just happy to be here, and we're excited to go against Kansas, and I think all of us here in Indy, we all believe that we can win this game, and that's all you need is a little bit of hope, and you can definitely go out there and you can perform well against these teams and make an upset. So I'm excited to go against them here on Saturday, and I think we'll definitely be ready for them.
What do you think, Jacob? What do you think of Kansas?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're a good team. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're only human. I mean, we've kind of been talking about this, and it's March, right? Anything can happen. And so just like Tanner said, we got nothing to lose going into this game. And so we're just gonna, we've been scouting them all week, and in the little practices that we get here, we've been kind of putting some things together, what we think is going to work, how to defend them and stuff like that. And so we're all pretty comfortable and confident in what our scouts looking like right now. And so, we're just going to go in and give it our all, I guess. We got nothing to lose. And so it's going to be a really fun game, just like Tanner said, playing in front of millions of viewers. And so we're just going to go in there and, see if we can sneak one out.
All right. We got a question on the hotline. It's St. Patrick's Day. So is there a lucky charm or anything like that you guys are kind of embracing today that kind of hope carries over to Saturday? This is a question from Mark.
A lucky charm.
Trying to think. I don't really know, I mean, I guess you could call my headband a lucky charm. I always got to throw that on to make sure that I'm ready to go, and I guess you could say that maybe.
Headband's a good one.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Besides that, do you have one?
A lucky charm? Not really.
Well, this question for
got
me.
to make sure that his hair is all fluffed up for the game,
Yeah,
looking crazy.
I got to get the afro looking right.
Yeah, you got to get some Vidal Sassoon in there.
Yeah, haircut's definitely coming soon.
Tanner, when are you going to shave? That's my question.
Yeah, I'm definitely probably going to shave right after the season. Probably when we get back into Cheney, I'll probably hit up my barber, and I'll be able to go back into the barber shop and not risk getting COVID, because I'm one of the guys on the team that hasn't got it yet. So I've kind of been keeping it pretty safe ever since about January after this guy right here got it. So I've been trying to keep it a little safe, and I haven't been to the barber since, I don't even know, maybe like November. So it's been a while, but I definitely think I'll get the beard cleaned up and get a haircut, because my hair is getting kind of long too. So I'm looking forward to cleaning it up a bit, and I think my girlfriend probably is too. I think she's listening right now.
And Jake, what's the longest you've gone without shaving to see how much you can get here?
Like 19 years? No, honestly. Yeah, it's just not one of those things that comes to me, which I don't mind it, And so I just kind of roll with it, just clean it up every now and again. But yeah, it's just never been something I really had to worry about. So I'm kind of good for now.
Well, I'm 37 years old, and I can't grow any facial hair, so don't feel bad, bud.
Yeah, there we go. It's not for everybody.
Well, folks, I think that's all I need from you. I really appreciate you guys coming on to Northwest Pastures today. It's been fun. You guys have always been fun to talk to, and you're making Spokane proud. And I will be joining you boys this weekend down in Indy. So have fun this week, and we'll see you then.
We'll see you here.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks again, Ryan.
Yep, thanks, Ryan.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Volcano eruptions aren't merely events of legend. Sometimes they happen in your own backyard. This momentous occasion's 40th anniversary was this year and was the prompt for the Spokesman-Review's Summer Stories series, featuring 17 stories from authors around the region. Compiled into a book for the first time, sponsored generously by STCU. All of the profits from the sale will be donated to Spark Central. Thanks for joining us today. All of our videos and discussions are archived on our video site, which you can access for free. If you feel compelled to buy a ticket, please take that cash and instead make a contribution to the Community Journalism and Civic Engagement Fund via the Inovia Foundation. We appreciate your support.